Excuse me, but Geezy, back at it. Another reaction. This time we got LeBron James and NBA players react to Luka Doncic trade to Lakers for Anthony Davis. I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all. When I seen this trade, I was up at like 2 in the morning. I just got done watching the J Cinco and Melt fight. I'm saying two streamers get it on. I'm gonna keep it 100 for all my bettors out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I have Sam's notifications on strictly for injuries and every other NBA news. So when I bet, I know what's going on ahead of time. When I seen that notification and it just flat out said Luca for AD and I think the other guy they got, I thought it was hack. Y'all know hacking is big now. A lot of, people hack, famous people accounts, famous sources accounts, for troll, viral tweets, stuff like that. It didn't seem real, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna tap in and see what this video got to say. That shit's still like crazy to even thinking about how that shit came to be. I don't think it's really gonna soak in until I really see Luka in that jersey, bro, which is crazy. But let's tap into the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe my content. Without further ado, let's see where we're going.
I know Chiggs is in here recording this. Yeah, no Chiggs smooth in here, right? So whatever you say to
brings to the Lakers, superstar.
whatever you say, Chiggs gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
NBA superstar Luka Doncic was just traded from the Mavericks to the Lakers overnight, completely shocking the entire NBA world. It seems like everybody found out on their own time. Kevin Durant found out during a game, and it seems like Kendrick Perkins found out.
I ain't like that either, because if they be having phones on the bench, that mean they be knowing them spreads. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't like that.
He was out at the club. And of course, the trading of a 25...
Like, since when NBA players can have phones on the bench? Like, I never knew that.
Pro superstar will always come with speculation as people try to figure out why Luka was traded in the middle of the night, in the middle of the season, which usually doesn't happen to superstars. That's reserved for bench players. What's up, y'all? Is your man Talkers World reporting for the
That shit crazy,
Chick Smooth channel? We got to talk about this. And before we get into how everyone feels about the situation, of course, people would automatically blame LeBron for trading AD in the middle of the night. With even,
I'm gonna keep it 100 though. The Lakers ain't been doing nothing this year, so it's just like this trade makes sense for them as far as like a longevity standpoint. Not right now. Like, they're not winning nothing this year. Probably next year. Like, this is probably a move they made to get Bronze, like, next man up in there. Running show for the next decade and a half or decade plus type shit. But yeah, man, it's just crazy they got a star of this magnitude of Luka, who's like a certified box office global athlete, bro. Like, only the Lakers, bro. Like, and I feel like it was kind of funny business going on, like kind of like under the table, like like funny, like scripted in a way, because like, of course they get him to one of the biggest markets like in basketball, like the Los Angeles Lakers. Like, come on now.
CBS Sports reporting, quote, LeBron has grown frustrated with Anthony Davis. NBA Insider asked sports writer with some insights on how the Lakers got to this point. But LeBron would not take that lightly and respond directly to them, saying, you a effing lie, with clown emojis. So clearly LeBron does not want to be tied or be made responsible for this trade. Which, okay, that gives us LeBron's point of view, but it doesn't really tell us the whole story as to why the Mavericks would trade their 25-year-old superstar. But before
I feel like from the Mavericks standpoint, I guess it gives them like a 3-year window to win a title. Because I'm gonna keep it 100. This is probably the next 2 years is probably gonna be the best years to capitalize on winning the title, because the Spurs is coming, the Rockets is coming, the Timberwolves is coming. Like, it's a lot of young upcoming teams, so they're better than them right now, but not for long. Like, them 3 teams is coming. Not gonna lie. Don't forget, you got OKC, who almost beat them last year in the playoffs. So I kind of get it on their side, but this is like a move they make to win within the next 3 years. This is not a long-term move. This is for the next 3 years. I ain't gonna lie.
To that speculation, here's all the artists and players who's had something to say so far. Kevin Durant learned about the trade mid-game, as you see here.
But I don't like, and then after the game, when asked, that mean y'all know these spreads. That mean y'all know y'all selling. I don't like the phones on the bench. Everybody got a phone. I never knew that. I thought the phone stayed in the locker room, but now I know.
He said he didn't expect such a young superstar like Luka to be traded at this point of the season, especially because the players get held at a different standard of loyalty than the teams or their owners or the coaches. Everybody else is able to make trades and move on with their lives, but when the players do it for their own life, for their own livelihoods, for their own sanity sometimes, the fans of those teams will hate the players for moving on. But nobody seems to have that energy for the GMs or the owners of said teams.
Into the trade.
Insane, it's crazy. Yeah, would have never thought Luka Doncic get traded at this age, mid-season. Yeah, the NBA is a well-held place, man. If he can get traded, then anybody's up, for grabs, So yeah, so the fans, by spectating is pretty fun. I know it's kind of nerve-wracking, probably for Luka and everybody in Dallas, LA, AD, so everybody involved. I'm sure their heads are spinning right now.
And just as a player, does this kind of underscore the transactional nature of this business?
It's always been transactional.
True.
The players are held to a different standard of loyalty and commitment to a program. But the organizations don't.
I'm gonna keep it 100, KD. You ain't had to go to the Warriors though, gang. So I really ain't trying to hear what you gotta say. Like, you went to the Warriors on some baloney, like on some easy way out. So this the right message from the wrong messenger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've been taking the easy way out your whole career. I ain't trying to hear all this from you.
Commitment to a program. But the organizations don't get held to that same standard from the outside world, either whether it's from media members or fans. And we all should be held to that same standard. Like, it's a transactional game. There's a lot of money involved, a lot of business involved too. So we shouldn't be too shocked about it.
But to be honest, he's not wrong with this. Like, the fans don't care about the GMs or they care about the players. The fans paid to see the players, not the GMs, the rules. So, like, of course, it's not right, but of course you're going to be held to a different standard. They're going to have a different type of attachment to you because they actually pay money on jerseys, tickets, merchandise for the players that actually get on the court. Of course you're going to be held to a different standard from passionate fans. Like, it's not right, but it makes sense.
Guys moving to different teams, coaches moving to different teams. It's just
It makes sense though, Gango.
Playing basketball and us making this much money involved too. So it's pretty wild times, man, in NBA, especially around trade deadline time. I know everybody's gonna be watching their phone the next week.
KD will also talk about the adjustments a team will have to make getting new players and having some of your players traded away, whether they're the superstar or not.
They went to the finals last year. I mean, does that underscore it even more? Like, this team just went to the finals. Like, their best player just got traded.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I dealt with that too, coming out the finals and you trade a huge part of your team. And it just takes something away. It takes something away. It takes your identity away.
It's chemistry you got to adjust to again.
You got to kind of reshape your team and figure out who you are as a unit.
Yeah.
The new guy coming in, but they got veteran players over there. Kyrie's a champ already. AD's a champ, so I'm sure they'll figure it out pretty quickly. But it's just the nature of the sport, man.
That's the only thing about that mid-season trades. Like, you really got to adjust quickly because the playoffs is not that far again. Playoffs start in April. We're already in February. You know what I'm saying? Not even including if the team got other injuries, other role players injured. You got to wait for them to come back in the jail with the full team. You got maybe a month and a half, 2 months to get ready for the playoffs and go on a run. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It'd be kind of hard to adjust. I'm already knowing.
Anything can happen, man. Keep you on the edge.
KD then breaks down how teams are now going to be more bold and that this move is the biggest trade in NBA history because this may be a signal that teams are no longer thinking twice about trading their superstar talent.
Do you think it'll force other teams to do something big?
For sure. I mean, start seeing stuff like that.
It's a domino effect.
As an organization, you might get a little bit more courage to do some stuff when you see another team trade away somebody like that. This got to be the biggest trade I've seen since I've been in the league or since I've been watching the sport. This is insane. So yeah, every other team might get confidence and say, I'll trade money. You know what I'm saying?
It's a monkey see, monkey do league, man.
A few of my top players, this ain't working. But yeah, I'm still shocked.
How did you find that?
Last one.
Man, a couple fans was just on their phone during the game, the fourth quarter, and it was just said Luka got traded. I'm like, the fuck? Then our security guys showed me his phone. I'm like, oh, I seen Shams. One Shams.
Okay.
You know it's the show.
What did they phone then?
Lil Wayne tweeted, Lord have mercy, because my Lakers are obviously merciless. This about to get crazy, Slime. Laker Luka? Wow. And then California native Vince Staples will say,
That nigga look like a gremlin. Whew.
Crazy, Slime. Laker Luka? Wow. And then California native Vince Staples will say, we have returned to the era of the white Laker. And when sports reporter Shams reported the news, nobody could believe it. As Jalen Brunson would say, wow. And then he would tweet out, April Fools, right? That sentiment will continue. Joel Embiid saying, wow, no effing way. And even the former superstar Maverick, Dirk Nowitzki, will also be shocked. Along with Giannis, who posted, it's a cold world. But CJ McCollum would take a smart route, teaching players to be prepared for moments like this. Saying, gotta pack them bags just in case nowadays. If the Don got traded, only Lord knows. That's also the first reported sighting of anyone ever calling Luka Doncic the Don. But
that's a hard nigga. The Don? Yo, forget Luka Magic. I'm checking the Don. The Don is hard.
Georgia is where the best wrestling as All Elite Wrestling presents.
But not all responses were just shock. Some people try to give an analysis of what happened. As Paul Pierce would say, Luka must have wanted out. No way.
Paul Pierce be saying the most dumb. Like, you ever see one of them old heads in the barbershop be talking but don't make no sense, but be swearing he's saying like the most accurate stuff in the world? It's Paul Pierce, bro. He's like the epitome of that. Like, just loud and wrong, bro.
LeBron groomed Luka to be the face of the league on the Lakers. Luka and AD needed some fresh air. He will continue. LeBron and Luka I don't see fitting. Both need the ball too much. Trade Bron and Bronny back to Cleveland. Building around Luka is the only way to save the Lakers. He's not the superstar LA needs. Doesn't fit the mold. Magic, Kobe, Shaq, LeBron. Just saying, though, bad move. Do you agree that this is a bad move for the Lakers? Let me know in the comment section.
He's supposed to say that.
And so far, the funniest response to this trade was the Dallas Mavericks posting a Devin Booker meme with the caption, okay, last one, we swear. And then Devin Booker responded to that post saying they kept their word. We're the Mavericks digital media team trying to tell us something all along. But now that takes us to a more speculative side. As Tristan Thompson would say, this wasn't on my bingo card for Saturday night. Luka getting traded from Dallas has to have a deeper story behind it. This just doesn't happen on a random Saturday night. And there seems to be some truth behind it, as Brian Windhorst would report that this trade was initiated by the Mavericks to the Lakers. Not an open market trade. It was one owner calling out and reaching out and making backroom deals with another owner of a team. This wasn't I need a best offer for my best player. Take a listen.
They are not auctioning him off. They are not letting the league know, come to us with your highest bid. This was a pocket deal. This was like a $1 billion mansion changing hands where there was only one bidder as far as we know. And not only that, they didn't even get the entire package from the Lakers.
Brian Windhorst will also get into more detail as to why he believes the Mavs would trade away their superstar for purely basketball reasons.
Them saying that they don't think they can win with him. They're worried about the kind of defense he plays. They're worried about the kind of way he keeps himself in condition. They're worried, obviously, about his ability to focus at the biggest moments.
He put up buckets. I ain't gonna lie in the clutch.
You know, Phil, I have felt this way about Luka before, but I have always felt he would get past it. I would felt that would be part of his story. He is 25 years old and he has already qualified for the Supermax, which he was eligible to sign this year. There was no way he wasn't going to sign that contract. He was going to be committed to the Dallas Mavericks. This was a player who was locked in. It was going to be a question of, could he win 2 or 3 MVPs? Could he win 1 or multiple championships? And it was the Dallas Mavericks who are pulling the plug on that.
But not all the fans will be happy about the trade, as someone will respond to that post saying Mavs ownership should intervene. The NBA should block and reject it. And the Mavs GM should be fired immediately and investigated. Moving on from Luka is incompetent. Giving him away for practically nothing.
People give the in the moment overreactions. Like, don't be a prisoner of the moment, bro. Let it play out. Y'all dragging it. Look, one of the ones, but they got AD back. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see how it play out.
And only 1 first-round draft pick in 2029 is suspicious. But then that comment is responded to with the post of Brad Townsend, as they said, I'm told that this was Nico Harrison's deal, that it took several weeks to play out after the Mavericks reached out to the Lakers, and that Harrison got full support from Mavericks governor Patrick Dumont. So at this point, it seems like LeBron wasn't playing GM and making moves behind the team's back. It seems like the owners of the teams were making this deal without the players per se. But Kendrick Perkins, while being out and about, hitting the streets, painting the town red, would get the news and immediately start to attack anybody who would dare try to blame LeBron for making this trade happen.
Can y'all stop with them?
Now, Kendrick Perkins does make some good points, but being that AD is signed to Clutch Sports, and this deal took a couple weeks to figure out, it's very possible that the players knew because their agents had to have known. And then people would try to find their own reasons for why this trade happened. As someone would say, it's strictly political. Addison family is trying to build a casino in Dallas, so they had to offload some assets, Luka being the largest. It's bigger than LeBron and bigger than the NBA.
Yeah, because they from Vegas. I heard the new owners from Vegas, so you know they money tight. They know about money. And Luka's gonna be due for like I think it was like $350 in the summer, super max. So yeah, I ain't trying to do all that.
Quote, this trade was done in the shadows, billionaire shadows. Now, this may seem a little far-fetched, but Luka was on pace to sign a Supermax deal
Word, look,
worth
$340, that's crazy, bro.
$45 million. Was this trade just a result of some billionaire owners trying to free up some cash? What do you think about this situation? Do you agree with the trade? Are you happy for both teams? Do you think this changes?
That junk crazy, though. We're going to see time will tell, though. But the Mavs got to win a chip within the next 3 years for it to be successful for them. And the Lakers got to win a chip in the next, 5 to 8 years for it to be successful for them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Y'all think how the trade went. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think it's some funny business going on because it's the Lakers or the fair trade. Y'all let me know in the comments. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe my content. Till next time. It's your boy Geezy.